Welcome to BOLAS Sports Review, the voice of West Indies cricket.
Yes, sir, where Caribbean cricket comes alive. Yes, indeed. And in this podcast, we'll be looking at Andre Coley and his chances of retaking coaching from Sammy. In particular, the red bowling aspect, red ball, pardon me now, the red ball aspect of the cricket. And Bolas and I will be looking through Andre's chances and his record as coach. And but before we go into this, let me take this opportunity in welcoming to all our subscribers. Yes, nice to have you. Feel free to like the channel, subscribe to the channel, and those of you who have subscribed already, thank you very much. Share the channel and invite others to come on. And Bolas, welcome, my brother.
Yes, sir. Welcome to you, bro.
Yes, sir. Interesting times ahead. But let me congratulate before I go on. Let me congratulate St. Jago High for winning the Sunlight Cup, the cricket, the regional competition for the schoolboys. That's in nursery where the Jamaica cricket is taken from. Um, St. Jago won the trophy, so they are now the champion in the Sunlight Cup, the corporate area schoolboy cricket competition. And of note, our own Vitel Law. You remember Vitel Law?
Yes,
Laws?
man. Under
Yes,
19.
yes, Vitel Laws. He's a member of the St. Jago School, and
Okay.
he starred with the ball. He took 8 wickets in the match, eight
What?
wickets in the match, and he made a nice 74 runs unbeaten in the second innings. So it's evident that he can also handle himself with the bat.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, and I hear whispers that he will be in the Jamaican setup this year, the
Yeah, man.
Scorpion setup this year. Yes, and I would also like to congratulate Stets. They won the rural area schoolboy cricket competition, of course. State has always been a powerhouse in Jamaican schoolboy cricket, especially in the rural area.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, so it's going to be very interesting when St. Jago High meets States. Yes, I think the both of them is going to meet
Mm-hmm.
and to see who is the All Island
Right.
schoolboy
Yes, yes,
champion
yes.
in terms of cricket competition. So congratulations to States for winning the rural area cricket competition schoolboy, and St. Jago for winning the Sunlight cricket competition for the corporate area.
So I too will just say congratulations to both school.
Yes,
St. Jaga for winning the rural area, the
Sunlight.
town area.
Yes.
And remember, we were watching last, he's one of our young prospect coming. We saw him in the
Yeah.
World Cup, ODI World Cup under 19. So I'm looking forward to see him in West Indies, see him playing all over. And to Stets, the team that you always have to beat in the rural cricket game. You always have to beat them. Congratulations to them. And it's good to see lot of things going on in Jamaica, and see the school playing, and we know we're gonna get some young players from those schools.
And I understand that Vital Laws
Can,
he bamboozled the boys in that match. His age group there. He was very accurate with his bowling.
yeah, money.
Yes.
We see him have some wicked googly.
But it
He's a
surprised me
very
about his
good.
batting. I was surprised about his batting. I didn't know he could handle himself with a bat.
Well, what happened? He didn't get a lot of batting in the World Cup in the
Mm.
ODI, but I see promise with him when when he come down. Sometimes come down very late, and he showed that he can hit the ball. I
Yeah,
think
but
I see
making
it a
making
couple of years.
74, making 74, he could have easily have gone on to make a century. So he has
Yes,
potential
yes,
there.
yes, yes, yes.
Yes, my brother. So we talk about Andres Coley's his prospect or bowler's report. We would like to see him regain back the coaching job for West Indies.
Yes, as we always say, we think Sammy has too much on his hand to doing all three format. So we think there should be some changes in the test arena.
We
And
would like to see some changes.
yes, we would love to see some changes. So as you say, we are trying to let them bring back our own Andre Coley.
Yes, we are calling on the powers that be to take heed, and because we are all a part of this thing, we all have shares in West Indies cricket, and we would like for them to take heed and listen to us as we appeal to them to bring back Andre Coley to take over as at the helm of the coaching aspect, especially in the red ball part of the test arena. In the because I see Sammy has not, he doesn't have the skills to coach our test team. Honestly, I don't
Yeah,
think he
because
does.
we see him. He was coach of the West Indies team, but it was not long. It was a short stint. He was coach from 2023
What are we
with
talking about?
Kohli.
Yes.
2023 was the head coach until early 2025. He was noticeable led the test team to a surprise victory against Australia in
Yes.
2024, and previously served as interim coach for tour in South Africa and Zimbabwe. So as you're saying here, we see him as a good coach for the West Indies. We even when they took away the coach from him, he said he wanted to do it a little longer. He was disappointed to for them to take away the coach from him. So we think it's a good prospect for him to bring him into the West Indies Test coaching
Because if
arena.
you look at Sammy's record, I think he
Mm,
has coached us through 8 test matches, right?
right.
And he hasn't been able to win one,
No, not
including a record low 27 that we were bowled out for at in our backyard.
right in a jam down.
So I
So
would like for West Indies management to take away the coaching from Sammy. Let him keep the white ball aspect of the game for a little longer. I think that is where he would be most effective.
yeah, that's what we see it. Yes, he is more effective with the white balls, and to would say more in the T20. What you think about him and the T20? I think
Yeah, man. Some people are clamoring for him to be relieved of all formats, but I would give him a little more chance with the white ball, even more so that that was where he was more successful with the as a captain, like in the white ball aspect of the thing. But looking at his record, my brother, he has been a abysmal failure in the
completely,
test arena.
yeah, completely. And as we said earlier in this podcast, you need to have the right requisite training to do these jobs. They say you have to have a level 3 to be a coach of the West Indies test team, and we heard that some don't have it. So we are saying we need a change in the test arena.
I would agree with you. I would agree with you. It is quite obvious that Sammy has friends in high places.
Hmm.
And looking towards our test matches, I think we have a test. We have some test matches coming up in August, and we're going to
Yes,
look around. And we're going to look around keenly at the regional 4-day competition to see which captain. But I don't think Chase is going to be kept as the
for the
captain
for the
in test matches either.
next test, because I see where, and I said it earlier, West Indies said them have a busy schedule coming up, international, where Pakistan, New Zealand, and Sri Lanka coming to the West Indies this year. So they have a busy schedule coming. So we need to have the coach and the captain ready. But if the regional 4 day is set to start early, so we're looking forward to get some, see who is in form, get a new captain, or we are saying getting a captain. I don't know if they're gonna make a change, but I think this 4 day regional will give us some.
Yeah, some ideas. I would
Yes.
like to see my brother. I would like to see Josh De Silva put his hand up in this tournament, in this year's competition. It was very unfortunate that he was left out of last year's competition. He made a lot of runs, but I hear people saying that his keeping did not improve much. But I hope that he will come to the fore, lead his team to victory this year, and stake a claim
So
for
you
captain.
you think he's a good prospect for
Yes, man.
a captain of the?
Yes, man. I like Josh De Silva. I have a lot of time for Josh De Silva, and he's young, and we need someone to mold the team and grow with the team. You know, because West Indies team is in dire straits right now,
Right.
and we need
And
someone to
yeah,
settle in.
and this 4 day, I'm expecting. I want to see John Campbell step up in the region. Show if some captain and play some good games.
And don't put it past him neither. They can give him the captaincy too, because
Right.
he was shortlisted earlier this year. No,
Right.
last year he was
Mhm.
shortlisted last year for to take over from Brathwaite. He along with Chase and who's the other fellow? Greaves. They
Right.
were. Hmm?
Yes. Yes. So,
Yeah, Greaves.
and Greaves a good prospect too. He can be. I think he's good. He can be a good prospect for
But,
the test.
but he should be given a chance to captain his regional team, and then we can see what he's made of.
Right.
And so
See.
I would
Yeah.
appeal to the powers that be to give those guys a chance to captain their team. I hope West Indies cricket board management speak with the various boards and as to the short list of captaincy that they might
So, and a question for you: what do you think about Brandon King being
as
a
captain.
captain? Yeah, captain
No,
test.
no, he doesn't.
It
No, I
doesn't.
don't. No, I don't see him as a.
Mm,
He's a good captain, yes, but I think John is gonna captain
okay.
Jamaica. They're gonna keep John as captain for Jamaica. Brandon King, I think he captained West Indies for a few games, but Brandon King he's been in and out of the team, West Indies team, so he's in and out of form, and we all see how he fell out of form in the World Cup did recently. So he's not a sure pick in my team. So I would look his way as captain. Remember, he was dropped out of the team in the World Cup.
Yes, yeah, well,
Poor
yeah,
form,
he was in the world because of farm, but
red ball, a different thing.
is a different thing,
Mm.
Yeah, so we have to look at all the prospect of
Yes, that's true.
for
That's
the
true.
yeah, because we want to see West Indies test team step up, man,
Yeah,
play
we
some.
need, we need someone to inspire the boys and to put their hand up. Because Chase
Yeah,
wasn't
so
doing it. Chase wasn't doing it at all, at all.
no, it would be a big surprise. It would be a big surprise to me if we see if they continue with Chase after that
You call it surprise? You call it surprise?
horrible
It would be a major
captain.
disappointment for me. It would be a
If I,
major. It would be a major disappointment. Nothing surprises me what West Indies do management do now nowadays.
no, no,
Whatever they
man,
does
that
nowadays
that
don't surprise me. But for me, it would be a major disappointment. That's the word I would use, not surprise. It would be a major disappointment if they should give back the captain to Ruston Chase. To Ruston Chase. He had a horrible,
right.
horrible tour to New Zealand.
Yes,
Yes,
and all tests. Remember, he was the captain of the when they play Australia in the West Indies and in India. So
you have
he
the
was not
record.
good captain.
You have the record of Andre Coley's coaching.
Well, first I'm
How
going
many?
to, he was a he played cricket for Jamaica. You know that
Yes,
he
I
was
remember
a
back in the
wicket
days.
keeper
Wicket keeper.
batsman. Yes,
Yeah, wicket keeper
and
batsman.
he represented Jamaica as a wicket keeper from 1969. No,
69.
1996
I
to
almost fell off my
19.
chair.
Yeah, 1996 to 1998. It wasn't long.
Mm.
But and he was included in the 1998 Commonwealth Games. So he played some cricket, and he's a good prospect. He was for instance he's also served as assistant coach for the senior men and women team,
Mm.
and was head coach of the under 19 team that represented in one of the under 9. He was head coach for the under 19. So
Yes.
he has a lot of experience.
Mm-hmm.
He joined the Bermuda national team as a high performance consultant for the 2025 North America Cup. So he has a lot of experience, man.
Yes.
And I think his spell that he did for the West Indies was short.
Yeah, it should have given more time with the team.
Yes, so that's why we are calling back to give him give him a good stint against the West Indies test team and see because we need some improvement to the test team. We need some improvement, and they say he was always the team played well with him, so we should continue with him.
Yes, and if given the chance, he will. I think he will accept it. I think he will accept it. 'Cause you said earlier that he wasn't keen on giving up the
Because
coach.
he was family the head coach of CWI Academy.
Mm,
Yes, and Coley was lauded for his work with the test team, particularly in building confidence with the team. They say he built a lot of confidence during his tenure as coach, which saw them saw them compete in some difficult condition in outside,
mm.
in tour in and other countries,
Overseas tours.
yeah, overseas tours. They played in some difficult condition where they play well, and they
Mm,
even win a test in Australia, which was surprising.
mm.
The one that Joseph got that same wicket, and they have win a test since that.
No,
So that record stand where they could bring back Kohli.
but my students always do that thing. Whenever a coach gets set in, they always pull up the thing. Seems so when when the guy take over from the president, new president coming from Cameron, as they come and change up everything. And as from that time, the team has gone backward.
Yes, it's going down. Yeah.
They come and fire pipe us.
From yeah, the team has been going down from, remember the Jamaica president,
Yes,
from the move him, the team has been going down.
yes.
So we are calling for a new coach for the test team.
I think you were saying that there's a new bowling consultant, or
Oh
there was a.
yes, oh yes,
Let's
yes.
tell us about
Well,
it.
West CWI has announced that their Otis Gibson returned as the West Indies' new bowling consultant ahead of the upcoming tournament. Gibson coached the World Cup in 2000. He was the coach in 2012, when they won the World Cup. So it bring valuable experience back to the team, the setup they are saying. His strong rapport with Sammy
Mm.
could play a key role in
Sammy Pan, Sammy
rebuilding.
friend.
Well, they say, man, Sammy work good. So yeah, a significant move as the West Indies look to strengthen their bowling attack.
Like a friend thing around the cricket now, bowlers.
You think Ian Sammy is
Say that while ago in strong rapport with Sammy. The most Sammy friend. Pay a friend thing around the cricket now. So what are they going to do with Rampal?
no, well, he's the assistant. He's the assistant, so he's gonna still continue.
Rampal is the assistant.
Yeah, the assistant bowling coach,
I hope they do something about the batting too.
or the batting coach.
Yeah, they need to do something about the batting. They have flied with has never impressed me over the years.
But I don't hear them say nothing about the batting coach at all.
They need to
They
address the
are gonna
batting.
keep him.
When a team can bowl for 27, something must be horribly wrong with our batting. Are we not able to make 300? Something must wrong with our batting. They need to address that too. But anyway, bowlers, well, thanks guys for subscribing and continue to subscribe and like up the channel. Yeah, man. Thanks for being here. And as usual, my brother, you have anything else to add before we close off?
Yes, well, just say a lot of games coming up. The regional 4 day, the CPL coming up. So we look forward to a lot of cricket coming on, continuing this year.
And the cricket will be shortened this year. And before we go, my brother, I understand that Mr. Seals wasn't given the permit or wasn't given the go ahead to open the cricket to play straight in England. Are you aware of that?
Yes, well, they are saying they are trying to keep the fast bowlers. The fast bowlers are important to the test, to the teams.
Keep
And
them fresh.
some of them had some injury, so
Mm.
they want to keep them fit. They don't want to
Keep them
overwork them.
fresh.
Eh?
Keep them fresh.
Keep them fresh. They don't want to overwork them. So they are keeping them, especially Azari Joseph, Samar Joseph, and Jaden Seal. So I think that is where they say they are what they are doing to keep the
Yeah,
fast.
they didn't give Seals the okay to go play cricket in England because he always play county cricket, and I think that county cricket has improved Seals playing.
Yes, yes.
Yes, it has improved his play.
And remember, a big disappointment with Seal is that it didn't they didn't make him bowl a ball in the World Cup. That was
Well, to be honest with
disappointing
you,
for me.
to be honest with the bowlers,
Eh.
Seals is not seen as a good T20 player.
Yes, but you carry him there.
Yes, he was brought there as a standby, of course, in case a bowler get injured, but he's not of such a T20 player. So
No, but make we see, no,
I
man,
wouldn't cry. I wouldn't cry over his non include of his
make
non
we see him
participation.
bowl, make we see him bowl couple of overs down
Yes,
in the
I
T20.
wouldn't. I
So
wouldn't
what
shed a
we have?
tear. I
Eh?
wouldn't shed a tear. I wouldn't shed a tear for that.
Eh?
No,
I,
I wouldn't shed a tear for
no man, if you have him there, make him bowl some ball. Make him bowl couple of overs.
that.
Make we see him. And where is the man?
All right. So as I was saying, bowlers. I was hearing whispering that Seals can sue the cricket board for not
Ah,
giving him the chance to go earn his to ply his trade. I don't know how realistic that can be, but I heard that was whispering in that to that effect. But the West Indies cricket board, I guess, have the right to issue or don't issue that permit for him to go play cricket in England, and they saw it fit to keep him here, maybe to participate in our regional competition.
but if you have contract, if you have, I think if you have a contract with the cricket board, you should abide by what they anything don't you have to abide. I think West Indies cricket board was just allowing players, because of the money, allowing players to them. They
Yes,
can I think so can going out and playing.
they're not put on their foot.
No, they allow them. They used to allow them. So I don't think that that would not going to be so good for him to
It,
sue them or anything like that.
you don't think that it warrants a court case?
No, 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 no. Because in India, although those place pays a lot, but you have a lot of restriction. You can play and do any play go play anywhere. You have to play for them.
But the thing with India and West Indies,
That's what going on.
but bowler, but the thing with India and
Yeah.
West Indies, India compensate their players, pay them well.
Yes, but
They pay them well, so they don't have to go astray. They don't have to look over the
it,
fence.
it
But
don't
we,
matter the period. When you have a contract, you have a contract. That's why I'm gonna say
yes, sir. We leave it at that then.
yes, yes.
We leave it at that. Because we don't want to get into any trouble because we don't know
Uh,
much about
yeah,
that
yeah,
aspect of it.
right.
So anyway, guys, as usual, not everything we say here you will agree. My name is Robbie, and we have Bolas here, and my fair lady will come and put the icing on the cake, as usual. Not everything we say here you will agree, but at the end of the day, let's agree to.
Disagree.
Thanks for watching BOLAS Sports Review. Give us a like. Hit that like button for us, please. Thank you. And drop your thoughts in the comments and subscribe for more cricket reviews and Caribbean sports stories. See you in the next one. Ciao.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Hello, hello.